We're back?
We're back. There's nobody in here yet. So that didn't work. I'm trying to disconnect the laptop camera, like glue everything up.
I thought it was just the drive. Anybody on?
There we go. People are joining.
Is this so? Both these videos are going to post on the channel afterwards.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice.
It's stupid. You can't resume it. Let's just get through the questions and then we'll do the tour.
Okay.
Because there wasn't that many left. Galaxy. C8. Half the C8 isn't a great street car. For one, it's no longer your drag strip car. Suspension was changed to be a track monster. It takes corners so well, but on the street you find yourself finding it's too slow and not exciting. Wow, he's saying C8's too slow. He must ride motorcycles. You're getting something that is made for the track. So I'll say this: if you live by mountains and have curvy roads, it can be fun. But otherwise, steer clear because it's not your C7. I could talk more in detail, but for another time. Thank you, Terminator, for explaining to us why the C8 is not great on the street.
I mean, I don't think I'd ever want to pay like the markup on one of those anyway.
No, that's just ruins the whole car scene thing. This guy asked how you guys meet each other, why the channel is open. I'm wondering, and will be in next 6 swap school dream cars. Well, I started the channel in 2014 by myself.
Mm-hmm.
I had an idea to do the show at Lime Rock, which is what we call the slip angle. I needed people to help film, so I did like a call out or whatever, and that's how Matchew came on board. We had 2 Ryans.
Yep,
they're still around, but they're just
others
involved.
Yeah,
and here we are now. Let us know when track days and bike rides are next year. It'd be cool to meet you all. Cheers. Yeah, definitely. We'll do, if we do a track day, we'll make it public in case people want to come out and hang out with us.
We'll film it, right?
Film it.
Well, not film. There's no film. No one's used film for a long time.
Henry, you asked, I have an RX-8 that I've been working on for over 4 years. I suspect it needs a rebuild soon. I'm in college and taking it to a shop is pricey. Should I try rebuilding it myself? You can, if you are very anal and can follow the shop manual to a key. You can rebuild it. Now, should you, I don't know what your mechanical comfort and abilities are, but you need to know how to clearance side seals. So you're gonna need a grinding stone and feeler gauges to do that properly.
Speed Academy did a great video on how to rebuild a rotary. It's one of their best videos.
I didn't watch it, but I thought that they said that there was things that didn't work out, or am I thinking of something else?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I get recommended to watch it all the time, and it has millions of views.
But that doesn't mean that it's all
that's true.
Correct. Check it out. I'm not saying it's not correct, but I would definitely have the factory service manual on hand for the rebuild. Okay, and that was when the live dropped. So you guys wanted to tour the garage. We're going to do this now without cutting the live stream. So that's all got to stay plugged in. Hard drive's off.
Yeah.
You can unplug the power. Oh my God, Matthew. My screen's getting dimmer.
Yep, because there's no power.
Okay.
This camera's not going anywhere, right?
No.
I'll be very...
Well, here, I can take the camera. You can just hold the laptop. So should we start in here or should we go out here? Let's go out here.
Yeah.
We'll show my brother's BMW. So this is my brother Max, his M4 Competition. Is it Competizione? Competition. With his fancy wheels, whatever the special paint scheme is that it came with. And he's got some carbon bits on it, aftermarket taillights, exhaust. It's got full turbovac exhaust.
Carbon roof. Wow.
And it's locked. I don't know where the key is. And then here's Project Exoset.
It runs.
It runs. Just needs to be tuned.
Needs a windscreen. which we're just going to make out of, we're just going to get a very similar size piece of plexi or something, maybe glass. I don't know. We just ordered the hydraulic handbrake for it. And I have a set of extra calipers.
We gotta do some carpeting.
And yeah, we gotta do a little bit of carpeting, but it's all set to go. We gotta refinish the wing too.
Needs a wing.
And Quinn needs to stop getting stuff all over it.
That's actually our other
Oh, that was Ty.
Yeah.
Ty, maybe your superpower would be not putting dirty wheels on our balancer.
Yeah, Ty, that would be great if you could not do that, huh? That's what happens when you put truck wheels and tires on this stuff nonstop. It's all dirt tag. So we bought a tire equipment not that long ago. The balancer is the newest addition here, but it's
been great.
It's so nice to be able to do and stuff. Here's my white FD.
Soon to be my white FD.
I don't know about that, but this I bought in 2012. It's very, very dusty, as you can see here. It needs to be painted, but it does have a fresh, never ran 13B. That's the same spec.
That's never been run?
Never been run.
I did not know that.
It's the same spec as my black car's engine.
Wow.
Quinn built them both.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yep. It may need water seals. They may be a little bit dry. But that's not that big of a deal to take it apart and do those.
It always amazes me seeing like the bare engine, like how small they are.
I know.
It's so awesome.
Nothing to them.
They make such great power for their size. That should go in here.
You think?
I think it'd be cool to have something that small.
I think that car's going to be like out of control.
Oh, with the Exoset?
Yeah.
With 250 horsepower? Yeah, it will be.
Here's our welding setup. It's an Everlast multi-process. MIG TIG stick.
Yep. You got a tank for pure argon, then a tank of the mix for MIG.
Yep. Here's a YZF 450F.
What's going on with this thing?
Or WR 450F, not YZF. I don't know. We just have it. my brother and I picked it up for $1,500. But it runs. We had to do a little bit of work, but it runs good.
We should do a video with that and the Exoset off-road.
We should. Project AP Juan, our little Harbor Freight press. This is my brother's FE501 Supermoto build. Here's my FE501. We bought them at the same time and did the Supermoto builds together. Here's my Husqvarna Vitpillen 701. This is like kind of like a cafe bike, big single cylinder, 700cc. The bike's really light though, and it's pretty fun for what it is.
I did my first wheelie on that bike.
Actually did his first wheelie on it. It's very confidence inspiring. That's why I bought it, was to like
it felt great. Like it felt right.
Here's my Indian FTR 1200S, which is like highly, highly, highly modified at this point. I don't even know why I have this bike. It's cool, but like I didn't know much about bikes when I bought this bike. And now I just have like this ridiculous like FTR.
I was a little surprised that was your first bike. I was expecting something that revved higher and had like more of a.
I really didn't like. It's torquey though.
Yeah. No, it is. You said it was like an AMG.
This is like, it's like the Mercedes like AMG of the motorcycle world. It's like more premium stuff. It's got a cool engine. It's torquey. It sounds good. It's cool. It's like a big luxurious supermoto, but it's not really a supermoto. It's too heavy and too like chunky. But that's what it kind of reminds me of.
Yeah.
Here's the monster.
Ty says bikes are dangerous.
Here's
I don't have
the
any
Monster 1200. This bike I got really cheap. So I just went ham and did all the crazy mods to it.
Did you have for like $8,000?
$8,300 with 3,200 or 3,600 miles, and I can't remember. But it was bone stock other than like a tail tidy, and I just went nuts. I did clip-on bars on it to give it that kind of like cafe. So look, it's got a whole bunch of titanium stuff, the full titanium exhaust, sprockets, conversion, a lot of weight taken out of it. And then here's the Panigale V4. So when I had it off to do the full exhaust system, the titanium exhaust, I did all the forged carbon and titanium bolts like everywhere I possibly could, because you take this whole bike completely apart. And then Also, I did sprocket chain conversion on this. All the weight reduction stuff. Sprocket chain conversion. It's 410 pounds with fuel. It makes 230 crank horsepower, and it's got Bren tuning on it. So probably like 200 at the wheels. It's ridiculous. Here's my special motorcycle toolbox I got because everybody was touching my tools and stuff disorganized.
It's way more organized than the car tools.
Dude, Amazon, like you buy this whole Craftsman set and you just plop it in here just like this. This is how it ships.
That's awesome.
You just take the trays out, plop it in here, and you're good to go.
Ty says we got to go check out the dry bay.
Oh, we'll go out there in a second.
All right.
NB Miata, the infamous NB. RX-8.
That's all you have to say is just NB Miata.
I think everybody knows enough about this car at this point. Here's some ads and RG2s from the S2000.
Ooh, you know what we have to do? We have to plop these on the exo set and take some pictures.
Yeah. Here's my laser machine. So they can laser things with. Work Equip 01s off my Red Miata. We're going to put them on the exo set and do a photo shoot. And then Project RX-8.
Terminator wants to buy the Advent RG2s.
I'm selling the fronts because I can't fit them on with the calipers anymore.
Yep.
But I kind of want to pick up another set of the rear, so I have a second set of wheel and tire for the S2000s. The BMW Z4.
Tip out M5 says, why do you have an RX-8?
Because it's the best handling car in the world.
And then Henry says, because our RX-8s are dope. They are. They're cool.
In all seriousness, like if all the cars that I own can drive like an RX-8, like I would die happy, man. The
Just needs another couple hundred horsepower, right?
S2000 with all the crazy suspension shit is probably the closest thing I have to like handling balance of the RX-8 now, except it's still a shorter wheelbase like S2000. But like Mazda did the best mechanical suspension setup ever on the RX-8, and that's why I own it. Other than that, it's like 200 horsepower, too slow. So,
Show inside the engine.
of which one?
The RX-8, maybe? That's what he asked about last time. Wow, I can really see my mullet growing out.
Here, can you hold this,
I'll
Mr.
hold
Mullet,
this.
man?
Oh, jeez. Sorry if you guys are sick.
It's just a bolt on with tuning. So intake, full header, back exhaust, and like some weight reduction mods. I did 200 at the wheels.
Yeah, Dippo wants to see the RX-8.
Not very exciting on an engine bay.
Get your Home Depot intake.
That's not a Home Depot
I'm just
intake.
kidding.
It's an AM knockoff, right?
Oh, interior too. He wants to see.
Oh my gosh. Interior's all stock except well, I shouldn't say it's all stock. This was a Shinka edition. So it had the cream interior. I converted it over to black and it just did the Nardi steering wheel and the quick release. But other than that, the interior is all stock. Look at all the little propeller things on the floor. What's going on here?
Wow, look at that. You gotta drive it.
I thought about doing an oil change on it and taking it out. I'm just gonna feel bad because this thing is so slow.
Not everything has to do a 10-second quarter mile.
Feels like it does.
AP Juan?
Mm-hmm.
I love this thing.
You guys are gonna see enough of this in the video that's coming out.
When is that coming out?
I mean, I'm editing it right now, so maybe this week. If not, next week.
Wow. All right.
I think I'll probably have it wrapped up for Thursday. I'll have it wrapped up for a Thursday release. What are we showing in here?
Ty said to show the diesel. The big old Ram.
This is also my brother's truck.
Don't drive next to him.
Yeah, he'll cut your legs off with these spikes. I like how there's driver sheets out here for the mice. And then here's Tyler's lawnmower.
Oh my
strapped to the back of it. Yeah, it's like, what's going on out here?
A little bit bigger than when my Miata was back here.
I can't get over these spikes. Our sandblast booth that has a mess underneath it.
Why? That's not. I've never
Matchew?
sandblasted. I've never sandblasted once.
Mine.
Extra exoset parts.
There's our busted ass exoset wing.
Yeah, we got to fix that. And then Quinn's, all Quinn's parts everywhere.
My spare parts collections.
That's it.
And boxes and boxes of motorcycle parts.
Is that a 14-inch?
That is a
RPF one?
14-inch Enki RPF 1.
Those are like 8 pounds, right?
Yeah. This one's cracked though right here.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
That was from my M edition that got totaled. That guy like creamed me. He broke my wheel. My tire's broken.
My tire is broken.
He broke my tire. All right.
That's it.
That's the garage.
That's it.
That's it. So I don't want to just wrap up with some questions and we'll.
Oh, yeah. Let's see.
It's getting late.
Wait, what? What is happening?
What happened? I like hot photo of my sister.
Oh, we got some.
Oh man, this is getting spicy in here.
Wow.
Don't click on it, anybody. Don't be fooled by that.
Uh-oh. Someone said that truck is compensating for something.
Aw, no, it's fine. Listen,
The owner of that truck is in this chat, by the way.
No, that's Max.
Oh, that's Mac's truck. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not Tyler's. I mean, I don't understand the diesel thing either, and they're my brothers, and I love them. And if it makes them happy, then it makes me happy.
I understand diesel for towing.
Listen, I mean, people will be like, "Why do you have a Miata?" You know.
Well, you get a diesel to tow your Miata.
I don't know. Here.
Oh, put it back.
So if you want to, how do we rejoin on this guy here? Let's see. We can go through some questions. Oh.
Two lives. Continued.
What a mess.
All right. Someone says K swap the RX-8.
Never. Rotary vehicles need to remain rotary vehicles. That's the rule. Even if it's bad, you stick with it.
Oh, Lander, you guys are awesome. So is your K swapped Miata. How do you get money to buy all these toys? Dip out M5 says. We already went over that.
I already explained that. I work literally nonstop.
You don't have little kids either.
I don't have kids. I don't have family. Fucking loser loner.
That's a truck. See, you guys can take notes. Yes, Ty. I never called my Lexus a truck. I said it was an SUV, a body-on-frame SUV. Like hot photo of my sister. I don't know how to respond to that.
Where's the hot photo?
I know, right?
You didn't even put the link up.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't still have the red AP2. Someone asked if he still had the red AP2.
No, I sold it. I shouldn't have sold that car.
Yeah, you should have waited till I could have bought it.
Matchew would have loved to buy that. Then he wouldn't have this debacle about his driving his turbo Miata for track days. I can't tell you guys how many times I hear, "Oh, I'm looking at ITV setups." I'm like, you have a wonderful sorted turbo Miata, and you want to take away like 100 horsepower.
I'm a self-masochistic person, and I can't like be happy with I have to constantly change things. I don't know what it is. It's just the type of person I am.
I used to be like that. Now I'm just like, I think I put myself through enough punishment.
Oh, Landon's gonna come up to Lime Rock and show us how it's done.
Anytime you want. You probably outdrive me at this point. Getting rusty.
LS swap the RX-8.
No.
I need some LS.
If I was going to swap anything, I'm not putting an LS in anything.
I would put an LS in my BMW wagon.
You would.
That would be cool.
I had a C5Z for a little while. It was like very short-lived, but I would never own an LS vehicle again, I don't think.
Henry wants to know where you found the knockoff AEM RX-8 intake.
No idea. I bought it off of somebody on the forum, I think, a long time ago. No, wait, I lied. It does not. It's not Home Depot. There's actually air separators in those like couplers, all those like crazy couplers.
No, I'm just busting your balls, man. And we've had this conversation.
Oh, I'm getting serious here. We're gonna fight. No, I'm just saying for people who like, because it's come up. They're like, why do you have so many clamps? It's like there's actually air separators in those that are for the MAF. So I remember I got that. There was a point in time where I had picked up a second RX-8, which is what the interior from that came from. That came with that intake as a spare.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know where it came from there though. But it's an AEM knockoff.
Bro, that's obviously a stream bot. I know. I was just joking around. I know it's a stream bot. What's the record for the fastest Miata there? Is that mine?
I think my red car made more power than yours.
Well, we never timed it there.
Oh, like on the track, you're
Yeah.
saying?
It was like, wasn't my red Miata like 1/100th of a second slower than the S2000? It was something ridiculously close. But that was your S2000 before all the mods and stuff.
Was it? I thought your car was faster.
I don't know. We have to look at it. It was up there. I mean, I
don't think the S2000 did that stellar because of those tires that were on the first time we tested. The new time it was like definitely better. Your Miata was fast. I know I broke you into like the next like second bracket down. I was like, I can't remember what the time was. 38 seconds.
And I was on some clapped out Zennies too.
Yeah, no, that car. If you put like fresh rubber on that car,
I've got some fresh R888Rs. I better do a good time with those. LS swap the RX-8 is illegal.
Yes, agreed.
Duratec swap the RX-8 then.
The RX-8 needs like 400 horsepower.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know what engine would be good that's like not turbo. I don't know. I don't have the answer to it. The engine bay is not that big either, if you guys saw it.
JDMA Flack says, hi, guys. Hi.
JDMA Flack? I think I know him from are you from Club Roadster, JDMA Flack? From like eons ago? That name sounds very familiar.
1UZ, the RX-8. Is that the second time we've heard that? What's the highest compression piston for a BP4W?
What's that?
What's the highest compression piston for a BP4W?
I think somebody makes 12.5 to 1.
Yeah, does that involve shaving the head too?
No, I think you can actually get like
just a piston.
It might be Seiko.
Oh.
Or you could just mill the head like I do. You don't have to touch pistons. And hold on, let me just shed light on that. And this is why I wouldn't do like high compression pistons in it, is because those rods and the cranks start to fall apart after like 8,200 RPM. So if you put forged rods in it, so you can go, let's say I rev mine to 7,800 most of the time, but I can hit 8 every once in a while, and it seems to be holding up. That's with a different crank pulley and harmonic balancer, the 949 racing one. If I did forged rods in that, it would give me about maybe 400 more RPM to play with. But then the crank starts to deform because it has nothing to support it like the Honda engines do. Hondas have the big girdle that supports the crank. It prevents it from flexing. The Miata cranks flex and deform. So like you really start chasing this, like it's a diminutive path. Everything is like a compromise at that point. And that built motor will never do 100,000 miles like say like a Honda engine. So at that point, you might as well just get a Honda powertrain.
Oh, there's something about Duratec swap. But then there's a great hypothetical from Dip Out M5. What 5 dream garage with unlimited money? 5-car dream garage with unlimited money. That's very difficult off the top. Like,
I'd want an NSX because that was one of the JDM Halo cars that I never owned.
That was one of my favorite JDM cars too.
I'd want a late model flip up headlight one with a 6-speed and a 3.2 as the base.
Some from a manual GT3 RS, I think, would be in there, or GT3 Touring.
I was gonna say, can you get the RS with a manual?
Yeah.
Oh, you can.
Yeah, I don't know about brand new ones, but like
the RS used to just be like paddle only,
just PDK.
But you might be right. I think you can actually get the RS with a manual. I wouldn't want the RS. I'd want the Touring.
Yeah.
I don't need all the aero. It's actually like more drag on your car.
Yeah.
I would, and I'm not a Porsche lover because I just think that they have like,
I just think the GT3 is like any flavor of the GT3 is awesome.
they are really
They,
good cars.
they sound so good. They rev out. They're manual.
I would do a GT3 touring manual. What else?
I'd have some kind of crazy German SUV with like way too much power for towing, like an X5M or something like that. It'd have to be on my list in there too.
Part of me would still want a Gen 5 Viper.
Yeah, Viper would be cool.
Because that wasn't that bad when I drove that. You want to hear a car that you'll probably laugh at me for?
What?
Well, I haven't played this game in a while, but like there was a part of me that always wanted one of those Mercedes SLS AMGs.
Yeah.
The Gold Wings.
Yeah,
the new
I can
ones.
see that. Yeah. The SLS Black or whatever.
Yeah, Black Edition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are cool. But I mean, we're talking unlimited money. I mean, at Ferrari F40.
I actually wouldn't want an F40.
I think that would have to be a top 5 for me. McLaren F1 GTR. I'd have to do one of those. Like, what's that Jaguar? The XJ, the mid-engine V12 one from like the 60s.
I thought that they were all supercharged sixes.
Well, that's the
a
XJ 220. Is it the XJ 120, the old one, the old school with the V12 mid-engine that's super low?
Oh, I
super
thought
sleek?
the V12 one was like a concept, and they never actually really produced it.
In the XJ 220, they were originally going to do a V12, but then they switched to the V6 twin turbo. But I'm talking about the old one,
Mm-hmm.
Ferrari P4. Like, I mean, if we're talking like unlimited money, like at 250 GTO.
Does it give me anxiety?
Yeah, no, this is too much. All right,
because I just think about me maintaining them. I wouldn't take that Mercedes though. Like that would just be like kind of like a haha. Maybe an Aston Martin like V12 Vantage, maybe.
Yeah.
Just to have a V12 to like kind of like fulfill that lifestyle V12 manual.
Yeah, JDMA Flack was from Club Roadster.
I remember you. It feels like those days were eons ago.
Yeah. Yes, he is still running the Blade exhaust on the S2000 with not the new race header though that he has. You have the
No, he gave me the fucking. I love that. He gives me the header that he had going forever, and then he's like, "Oh, yeah, I got a new header now." I'm like, "Why didn't you send me that one, you knucklehead?" But no, that Blade exhaust on there like really like tone the noise down. That car's like very for an S2000, it's like very pleasant on the street, even with the sphericals.
more Duratec swap stuff in the RX-8. 350 wheel horsepower, naturally aspirated, and it works with the RX-8 transmission. Yes, we know Lander has a very fast K-swap Miata. I'm aware of his. It's a nice car.
Wait, 350 horsepower Duratec? 4-cylinder? Or 6?
I thought that the Ariel Atom had a supercharged engine. I know the original one has supercharged, and they went to turbocharged.
Oh, supercharged.
But 350 wheel horsepower from an NA Duratec is what Steven's saying.
What?
Yeah.
Who's doing 350 NA?
From a Duratec. That's got to be like the 2.5.
Come on. Is that like streetable though, or is that like giant cam? Those aren't VTEC.
That's
right?
like what they use in all the Caterhams too. The Duratec.
But it's 350 wheel NA?
I don't know if it's wheel. Yeah, wheel horsepower is what he says.
How is that even like streetable though, or is it like a race engine? That's a lot.
Chasing down the XJ220. Oh, Robert, I was there that day. I saw that XJ220 at Lime Rock. He was there a couple of months ago. RX-8. Why RX-8 not popular in the wild? Because everybody complains about it, the RX-8 on the internet and all their issues, even though if you sort them out, they're just fine.
It's bad. It gets bad gas mileage, and they have like problems that you have to fix. And a lot of people just don't understand rotary stuff.
Duratec are the 4 cylinders, 2.5 liter. Yeah, the 200. Yeah, NA 250, not 350.
Oh, 250.
Well, that's Terminator saying 350, not 350.
Okay.
Who said it was 350?
250, I can understand. But like not for an RX-8. The RX-8 is 3,000 pounds. I would say mine's like maybe like 2,900 and change with some of the weight reduction stuff, like because the exhaust is really heavy. But it's still like when you're close to 3,000 pounds, like 4-cylinder small displacement is just like not enough. You need like at least like a 3.5 liter. I feel like for something of that weight.
Oh, nice words from Lander. They actually engage with their audience, which puts them at the top for any automotive enthusiast, humble people, 100%.
We're just regular Joes.
Yeah. Do a hybrid for Renesas. Renesas hybrid with a GSL SE housings. I don't know what that means. I don't know. I've never done rotary stuff.
GSLs, yeah, that's like isn't that the 13B from a
Agree. RX-8s do have issues, but it's blown way out of proportion. Agree with that. Just like everything else on the internet. Just like this whole, like, what is it? The stuff in the oil pan or the oil pickup for the GR86 is like, yeah, it's there, but like it's being blown way out of proportion, like most things on the internet.
Are you saying just do older 13B housings and then do turbo? Maybe that's what you mean. Which I guess like that would be fine for an RX-8.
Yeah, someone Terminator helped his friend do a Duratec swap in his NC Miata. I think that would be cool. Doing like a 2.5 with the BBR like cams and the BBR ITBs and
I think
NC
NC
Miata.
with K series is the way to go. The exhaust is on the correct side.
That's true too.
And the NC is the sweetest like size, I think, Miata.
250 wheel horsepower. Do you think 250 wheel horsepower is possible in an F22 with cams, stock long block intake, and tune for E85? Let's say tune for E85 is probably possible.
So I did 238 on my 130,000 mile F20. Like in F22s typically dyno like 10 wheel horsepower higher stock for stock anyways. So you would be like right there. I'm sure the right combination, like enough like timing advance, will get you there if you're going to do E85.
Going back to that 350 horsepower Duratec, he actually meant the BAC mono, which that does have, I believe, around that horsepower. I don't know.
That's that race engine.
Yeah, that's sick.
That is pretty cool though.
That thing's awesome.
But again, the BAC mono is lightweight, right? That's a high revving 4-cylinder to make that power. I think it revs to like almost 10,000 or something, or 9,500. It's up there.
Yeah,
it's been a long, and I'm probably wrong, but I haven't watched that in a long time. But when you have weight to push around, that like peak horsepower number is like not that great. You need some like oomph to like move something fatter like the RX-8.
Highly recommend looking into a Ford 4-cylinder EcoBoost. I mean, they make a ton of power. I mean,
well, anything turbocharged changes, right? Then you can deal with more weight. But if we're talking like naturally aspirated, I like NA stuff because it's just there's just something about romping on an NA car. And I was telling Matchew this before we went live tonight.
Yeah.
I think my AP1 is like kind of my favorite car, even though it's like feels slow to me now because of the motorcycles. I still think it's my favorite car because like I could just like go effortlessly like rip on it and it's exciting and I like never have to worry about anything grenading on it.
Yeah.
If I drive the FD, I'm always worried something's gonna like melt or like blow up on it because it gets hot. It just gets hot with all that turbo stuff.
Yep. Agreed. That's why
Matthew wants to NA
and
ITB
some flavor of NA.
Yeah.
I would take a power cut and although I wouldn't even have to take a power cut if I do a K swap. Lander, you want to sell me all the stuff from your car? I also think that like a K24, with my 6-speed closed ratio box and then the Miata, it would be good on track. It'd be a lot of fun on track.
NC K24 NC.
Yeah, Hayabusa swap the world. Tyler says.
We were talking about the company that was doing the Busa Miatas.
Miata Busa. Yeah, I remember seeing that.
They had the exhaust routing around the front of the engine in the engine bay. It was crazy.
Yeah. NC low key best Miata. Yeah, I think we both agree with you.
Well, I say that because it's the suspension layout is derived right from the RX-8s.
Yeah. They
shorten the travel on the shocks, but like the rear hub design and like all those ball joints and stuff like in that multi-link setup is translated right over from the RX-8. And RX-8 drives awesome when they're aligned. Like they are awesome cars for like mechanical suspension, no crazy stuff happening like the modern cars. So I think NC has the potential. I haven't proved this, right? But I drove what's his face's tuned NC, and that was pretty good.
Yeah, you drove a couple of them. There was that one that was like more. He's always on the track by
Roger.
The one he was at Lime Rock the last time I was there.
The problem though with all those cars is that like they went to like tuning shops, right? And they're like align it how you would recommend, and they're all doing those like equal camber or like even like a little bit less negative camber in the front, so the cars like have like a little bit of understeer on the initial. And I'm sure like one setup with like, aligned like how our cars are aligned would be pretty awesome.
Yeah. Will there be more RX-8 content?
There will, but I'm like, I don't even know what to do at this point. I literally like did all the stuff that you could do before you like turbo it or like swap the motor, or I'm not gonna pull it apart and like port it for another 20 horsepower. Like
there was that turbo one at Lime Rock was pretty quick. It sounded great too.
Yeah.
But
there's just like the whole thing with them, like they can't hold nearly as much like power as like an older one. That's like part of like how big the seals are. The apex seals are smaller on it. Like there's just stupid things like that.
Do you highly recommend the Blade coilovers now?
So I think they're pretty good. It's hard to say like how good the coilovers are versus everything else. Over the teens that I came from, or Tane, the monosports, which was also a mono 2 damper, like the Blade coilovers were lighter because they use aluminum bodies, where the Tane ones, they're like steel now because they try to do all the cost savings on them. So like just the coilover saved like 12 pounds off of the car, which is like pretty cool. The helper springs are definitely like comfortable with the sphericals for an S2000. Like those, you guys know, like even a stock S2000 is like a little bit bumpy. Right, AP2 is not as much because they're a little bit softer sprung, but like I think it works pretty good like on the street. You know, I'm looking at some of the hardware. Like I don't think it's any secret that Alex has a lot of this shit produced in China, right? So like you could just see like where like they keep cost down with certain things, like those studs, the hardware on it. Like I think they're gonna rust.
Yeah.
They don't look like stainless hardware. Like it's just like whatever. But I mean, for the price point, it's like I don't know what would be a better coilover for that much money. You know, like, I would even argue that maybe an Olin's like wasn't as good of an all-on coilover because it doesn't have helper springs on it like the Blade setup does. So an Olin's would be more money.
Terminator had his S2000 turboed at one point and took it off because he liked the NA better. He missed the S2000 sound. Yeah, I totally understand why.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you add forced induction to a motor, you have to retard the ignition timing, and like that's what makes the engine more numb sounding. So like NA motors, you can run a lot of ignition advance, and that's where you get that angry VTEC noise.
I think turbo cars are awesome. Like they're great. Their place on the street. Like,
yeah. If you want to make power, like turbo's like the easiest way to like make a lot of power cheaply.
Yeah.
Comparative, right? Like versus like doing an all motor build. But I'm right there with you. I wanted my S2000 to be all motor because I wanted that experience. But it's like I still wish I had more power in it.
Yeah. I like this one from Dip Out M5. Can you guys build a drift car? What will it be?
I think we kind of have one.
What? My wagon? Oh, the Exoset?
Yeah. We're putting a hydro handbrake in it.
Yeah, we are. But it's short wheel. We should just take it and freaking rip that thing at like drift events. We'll get a lot of looks and stuff.
You can totally drift the car. I mean, I drifted Rudd's pretty good.
Yeah, that's true. It's the weight balance is.
And we're not going to have ours aligned like his. Like we're going to have ours like dialed
that's
in.
True. His is aligned for track stuff only.
Your alignment, like your Miata alignment, and that thing.
It should slide pretty nice.
There's no weight. So when you do an Exoset, there's no weight in the rear. Forget 50-50 weight distribution. That's like gone. So like the cars are super like, I shouldn't say super, but they're like way more front weight bias than not. And that means that they like spin like a top when they start to spin. So like you really have to be careful.
That'd be cool. I think we should do that.
Spin like a top?
No, just drift it.
I was going to when we
do. Well, no, I mean like do a drift event. We go slide. Although those things get all the drift cars are all like ratty and crap. I like power sliding, but I like having.
Lime Rock's all done doing the drift days, right? I did do a drift day there years ago.
Now that they're like,
who cares? We'll just go there and drift the fuck out.
Yeah, right. Like, that's what we'll do. Okay,
yeah. We'll drift. We'll bring an extra set of wheels and tires. Just for that purpose.
Get a lot. How's the LX 470?
How's the LX 470?
Yeah,
I love that thing.
Yeah,
it's just such a nice like older vehicle. And Matchew's on the GX 470 train now.
Yeah, I really like that thing. It was a great, like, honestly, for a tow rig, like it was the best bang for your buck. You get the car for $12,900, and that thing will go for like 500,000 miles. If I take care of it.
Those 1UZ engines are like forever motors. If you just do the time belts and water pumps on them,
2UZ.
2UZ, sorry. Why did I say 1UZ? Which one was the 1UZ then?
That was like in the LS 400s. I think it was a 4. That was a smaller displacement.
Wait, so was that one aluminum block then?
I don't know.
I know the 2UZ's iron block. It's heavy.
Oh yeah. So maybe look into a 1UZ.
Oh, because there was that video of that guy. He had like a 1UZ ITB
Miata.
Supra.
Or there was a Miata that was a 1UZ.
Oh, I
too.
saw a Supra video.
Yeah.
He like had it like running at idle, but it never actually showed the car like running and driving. That was years ago though. I don't know what that guy, whatever happened to that.
We're getting requests to do a POV night drive with the RX-8.
POV night drive.
Yeah.
It's not that exciting of a car. It's pretty slow.
I think I always get excited to film that thing because it shoots fireballs really nicely. There's something about like the sound in the fireball coming. Like if we could get some dusk shots of it, like just ripping and
It is fun because like you have the high RPM on it, so you could just like and you can floor it because it's not crazy fast. It is a cool car. I like the way they look. I think they're cool looking cars. They aged well.
I think we have a 350 horsepower RX-8 or a well-tuned E46 M3 for a daily driven material.
If you can find a way to feasibly do 350 horsepower without like ruining all the things that make the RX-8 a great daily, I would pick the RX-8 any day over the E46.
Yeah.
Here's the thing with BMWs. They do not age well. Like shit just falls apart on those cars. I said it.
Mine's clunky. My E46 is very clunky.
I don't drive my Z4 a lot because like it's just they don't age well.
The new G25 turbos want to make boost for instant spool. Yeah, turbo technology's come a long way. Like all these new turbos are crazy.
Oh, speaking of turbo,
POV and the Monza track are my favorite from later. Oh yeah,
this is for the FD.
it's too bad it's not anti-surge. You get that sound.
That is, I thought that is compressor surge.
Well,
No?
you get the anti-surge compressor housing, and then you just basically
This
make your
is
blow-off
old
valve
school.
almost unusable.
So one of the big hangups that I have with my FD is that the turbo in there was a T04S, but it has a T04B compressor housing, which is a smaller outlet. This is a 2-inch. I think it's 1.8 on the T04B or whatever it comes out to. My turbo will not boost more than 15, 16 PSI. No matter what you do. You could take the hose off of the wastegate. I put the stiffest Ready R wastegate spring in that thing like possible. Like it does not boost any more than 16 PSI. And what we've kind of come like narrowed it down to is that smaller cover pressurizes too quickly and the air can only escape so fast. So this is a true TO4S cover, which is going on in the car. And that means I have to remake my outlet elbow because it's smaller piping, which we have the TIG now, so that we can do that. And I'm hoping to boost like 17, 18 PSI, make like closer to 450 at the wheels. Yep.
Ooh. 2JZ or Hellcat?
2JZ.
I love the 2JZ. I love the straight six sound. I gotta admit though, I would like to like cruise around in the highway with some flavor of Hellcat and just like rip on anything that comes across you.
I'd rather have, there's something about the Mark IV Supra and a 2JZ that's just
absolutely.
Always like,
but there's also
super
something about
desirable.
that mechanical whine from the Hellcat engine.
I don't like supercharger whine.
I love them.
You
I
do?
love it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. They always sound like they're crying to me.
Yeah, until they fly by and it's like the complete opposite sound.
Yeah.
Like I like the flyby of a supercharged V8.
Yeah.
You get that like as it flies by.
I don't know, man. T51R, HKS.
Oh, I'm not
2JZ,
down
that turbo
talking
noise.
the 2JZ. Like obviously there's a reason
That was the
why
question.
it's
It's 2JZ versus Hellcat.
Yeah.
Listen, it's fine. We can have difference of opinions here. It's okay, Matchew. I respect you.
I just like everything. I don't know.
You can
I like everything.
You can do whatever you want, buddy.
Yeah.
I'll support you.
All-time favorite key car.
Key car?
Yeah. Oh, the AutoZam AZ1 is the best key car.
Grady did a 20V one a long time ago.
Serious?
It was crazy, like wide. It was sick looking, like what came out of it, but it was built off of that
Yeah.
AutoZam AZ1.
I think they're so cool looking. Those little gull-wing doors and yeah, that thing's cool.
That would be my first choice. Although Nickel bought that cappuccino.
Yeah, I know. Those are I like cappuccinos too. I like the Honda Beat. I just like everything. That's my problem.
Matchew just likes everything. He's like the most like welcoming person ever.
Oh, we do have a lift in here. Dip out M5. We have a lift. He has a lift at his house. I have a lift at my house.
Yeah, we got a lift.
Yeah, we got lifts.
It's funny. I did all my big builds on jack stands, and then I get a lift, and I don't do very
I've
many.
used it more than you.
Yeah, Matt used it more than me. Although we did the S2000.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
That was helpful. What's more valuable for car building modifying purposes, machining or welding? The college program offers both, but I don't know which one first. That's a tough call. I mean, they both can get pretty complex.
If you want to get into it, I would say do the machining side, but learn the mechanical engineering side of it.
Yeah,
because machinists can make a lot of money, just as much as welders. But you're gonna work. You're gonna put in overtime, a lot of overtime. Where mechanical engineers, you sit at a desk, you work on a computer. It's like less labor intensive, and you'll make more money for doing like essentially less work. And if you understand both sides of the machining part, so like if you can run the machines, do the setup on it, but also understand the CAD side, so when stuff is off and you can go and make a correction on it, that's like going to be really great. And being a welder is awesome too for like the fabrication side, but
I feel like with welding you can learn a lot of it with like watching videos and like in practicing, like practicing your different situations and different metal thicknesses and metal materials. And
you can make a lot of money as a welder, but you're going to have to like kind of do your own thing and like do a lot of like freelance work.
If you want to make it money, you should know both. In all honesty, it'd be a fabricator as opposed to like
unless you work for like you do trade work and you get on like rate jobs. Rate jobs pay a lot, but again, like that's like not always consistent to get put on a rate job where you're going to get rate pay.
Poor man Supra SC300.
Well, hold on, wait. I'm going to say one more thing on this, and this is what I've learned. Do what you like is tolerable to you. I'm going to say you have to love your job, but you have to like really be able to tolerate it. And it's one thing to like go like take a good job because the money is like good, but that does wear on you. Money is not everything. And like if you're miserable every day at work, like then that it doesn't matter how much money you're making. Like it's the worst. So if you like one of those better than the other, then go that direction. Or if you don't like any of those at all, then don't do those. Because it's never gonna end well.
I make the most money I've ever made in my entire life right now, and I'm freaking miserable. I hate it. I hate it so much, and I'm stuck because I can't. It doesn't make sense. My job's relatively easy. I'm in incident management for a streaming company.
One of the biggest streaming companies.
Yeah, well, not like Netflix or Hulu, but
they're gonna narrow it down.
I hate staring at a screen for 40 hours a week. It drives me absolutely nuts.
I'm like in the best role I've ever had, and I've been doing this for 17 years, let's just say. I don't love it anymore, but it was always tolerable. Like it was a decent career. But here's the problem, like working for anybody is like, if you work for somebody, like it's nice because you can work 9 to 5 and like you have vacation, you have benefits, you have all those things. It takes that aspect out of it. But like you are so limited when you work for somebody, and when you work for these big companies, you become disposable. I mean, like I've worked for
you're just a number.
I work for a huge company now. I worked previously in Stanley Black & Decker, which I could say that now because I don't work there anymore. I don't care. But like if they needed to meet their numbers, didn't matter how long you were there, how good you were there, like they would just let people go, and it was ridiculous, awful. And also doing GQ Armory, I love this because this is like my creation, my like it's me, and I will bleed for that job because I'm the owner. It's all on me, and like I want my products to be the best possible products. So it's like I pour my heart and soul into that, but it's like I'm okay doing that. I can never do that for another company. It's just like I can't. It's not my company, and these big companies are soulless at the end of the day. So you really have to just kind of think about like, what do you want to do, and how much money do you really think that you like need to make to be happy?
So he commented he's in mechanical engineering program. This is all for personal stuff.
I just think that like because I grew up. My family owns an HVAC company. I grew up doing HVAC work, and like it's exhausting. Trade work is exhausting, and it beats up on your body like as you get older. You know, not saying that sitting at a desk is good for your body either. Like you have to like make sure that you like get up and exercise, but like working a desk job means that you have energy where you can still go and do exercise,
That's
or
true.
you can still go and do car projects or whatever the case is. But if you're like busting your hump all day long for that dollar, when the workday's over, you're not going to have that much energy to do the other
That's
stuff.
true. I worked from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. today, and then now we're here till midnight. It is right now.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't kill myself today working in my day job.
how far are you guys from Rice or Miata? we've met him a couple times. Tommy.
He's not in Connecticut anymore, I thought.
He's not. Oh, I
I
don't
thought he
know.
moved to Florida.
Oh, I don't know. I thought he was with Tommy at his new place.
I mean, maybe he comes up there a bit, unless he moved back. But like he moved to Florida.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, we're like 45 minutes from them, Tommy and those guys.
It's like Steven doesn't always like how V10s come across on TV. Yeah, sometimes.
Viper V10 sounds like shit.
Yeah, the early didn't they start sounding better with like the Gen 5s?
Lamborghini V10 sounds good.
Yeah, Lamborghini V and the Audi V10. Yeah, that's really good.
But they're flat plane cranks. Different firing data.
Guys, you have everything to make a crazy swap from Craigslist buy. Yeah, we do. We should. Let's just do it.
What, Craigslist swap?
Yeah, just buy an engine off Craigslist.
But what are we gonna do? What are we gonna swap? What is it, world? How's our battery doing? 65.
Thanks, Dip Out Empire. Great advice. You're a real car, guys. Respect. Balance all the way. It's incredibly important. Absolutely.
100%.
2.5 swap in an NC. That's what S2K says. All right, guys. FYI.
I like NC. We should do NC.
Lander. All right, guys.
Maybe we should take the Renesis out of the RX-8 and put it into the NC because the subframes are actually
subframe. Yeah.
same subframe.
What about transmission?
And then we'll put the 2-liter NC engine into the
So you just take the transmission and driveline from the NC? Does that bolt up to the Renesis?
I don't know if the transmission does.
It's still only 200
I can't see the transmission bolt.
Can't you get more power out of the 2-liter though with the BBR cams and the BBR throttle bodies? It's like 220 horsepower.
I think you need the head from the 2-liter. I think the head from the 2-liter flows better than the 2.5 head.
Oh, so it's like a K20, K24.
I think it's kind of like one of those deals, yeah. But I could be way wrong. I don't know enough about it.
BQ NC. We were literally just talking about that earlier. Oh no, we were saying the BRZ platform too, or like first gen BRZ GR86.
But the NC is lighter. I said that. I said a VQ37 because like those with bolt-ons, tuning, and cams, I've seen do 360 to 370 at the wheel. That's pretty decent, I think, for a naturally aspirated V6.
Yeah,
put that much power.
They're lighter engines too.
That would be good in an RX-8.
They're shorter, so you can tuck them back.
That would be really good in NC with that power to weight ratio. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
So do we buy just
manual
like a clapped out NC and we buy a freaking VQ 37, 35?
I mean, if we're doing
35,
I think 37 because the later 35s revved higher. The 37 revs to 7,500. I'm pretty sure with cams they'll do 8,000 and like tolerate it. I think 8,000 RPM is where you need to be for a naturally aspirated engine. For like that experience, at least 8,000 RPM.
I'll start doing a Facebook Marketplace search for VQ. Let's go buy one and put it in something. Put it in my BMW.
All right, hold on. If we ever get my rotary Miata back from the Vargas brothers.
Oh yeah, we need to do that first. We got to do that whole thing.
Let's take that engine out. Well, if it sucks, we'll just do a giveaway on the rotary Miata. We'll just have the body work done on and we'll do it.
Can we get it before it snows? Can we make that happen?
I highly doubt that. Based on the conversation I've been having from, it doesn't sound like that thing's ready yet. Anyways, we'll do a giveaway on that and we'll take the giveaway money from it and we will build a super NC. We'll build the best NC that anybody's ever seen.
Remember that junky one that I saw? We could have just fixed it up. It was like $4,000.
That guy might wait. That thing was like $2,000.
Okay. Oh. Remember that one I almost bought? I did buy it for like a hot minute.
Hey, what happened with that?
I was like, I'm not spending $23,000.
$23,000.
It was really nice. It was like 20,000 miles. It was a
Dude,
it
that
was a
would
club
have been like 13,000 or 12,000 like back in the day.
Grand touring, power tractable hardtop, low miles, manual, LSD, Bilstein. Like it was everything, but
Everything and then some, huh?
yeah. But then I was like, I'm not spending $23,000 on a Miata, so I bought a $12,000 Lexus. Just joined. What do you miss the first half? This is
we went over a lot of things.
We're not halfway through. I hope because
it's almost bedtime.
Yeah, right. We did some giveaways and then just did a little garage tour and just
talked about
Q&A.
Talked about life.
Yep. VQ swap ENC. Yeah. Twin turbo APV 2.7 liter V6.
Say that one more time. Twin turbo what?
APB 2.7 liter V6. What's that from?
APB. Is that an Audi engine?
No, engine code. Oh, 2.7 liter. That would make sense. The 2.7 liter Audi was twin turbo.
I don't know enough about them.
Yeah, I don't know much. I don't know German cars all that much.
So it's a 6?
Yeah. But it's probably all
small displacement 6, huh?
Yeah. Audi B5 S4, yeah. Worst job is to get up at 3 a.m., 3:30 a.m., work 80 hours a week, buy a beat up car on last leg, do an engine swap. That's what he's saying. Buying a beat up car on the last leg. Yeah. There was that one BRZ that was clean, that was $4,000 with a spun rod bearing. That would have been cool. That was up in Mass. It would probably have rust, but something like that. If we could find something like that, that's just a good chassis with a bad engine.
I mean, I like the fact that like it's fixed roof. That's my one.
Exactly. Like you don't deal with the creakiness.
Although like NDs are pretty solid for convertibles. Like
NCs are too.
Yeah. I haven't been in the PRHT NC. It was quiet.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
But I'm just saying, like, it takes that out of the equation if it's a fixed roof.
Yeah.
And it's more aerodynamic.
What are your thoughts? We talked about the K24 and the RX-8. Quinn loves it. He hates rotaries.
No, I'm not doing any of that.
All right.
I think the RX-8 would be good with an S65 in it.
Put a motorcycle engine in something. Yes, we were
Hayabusa. How about a motorcycle engine in a motorcycle? It has to be really light if you're gonna do motorcycle engine. Like that whole like Miata Busa thing. Yeah, it's 200 wheel horsepower or whatever, but like it's
130 foot-pounds of torque.
No, not even. Like 95. Like that's not good if the car weighs 2,000 pounds. And the exostat? We have to do another one. The cage is too much weight. That needs turbo power now. It's too fat of an exostat.
Let's just steal Tom's. We'll just strip it of everything that it doesn't need. Not that he hasn't already done that.
You know what I always wanted to build? It was a Caterham.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do a Caterham.
They're expensive.
They are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're like $40,000 for like the good one.
My dad got a good deal on one, and it was like I think he paid like $35 for it, and that was a 1.6 Sigma.
Oh my gosh! We need like a 1,200-pound car to do motorcycle engine, I think.
Oh, Terminator brought it up. The 2.5 liter 5-cylinder. There is a Miata on Instagram. This guy's name is Cami Unos. Okay. And it's got a 5-cylinder Volvo engine with ITBs.
Whoa.
The thing is the best. That's the best engine swap I've seen in a Miata. Because
is it like built or is it just like is it just stock with ITBs?
He doesn't post much. Like he posted like a few videos of him like ripping on it, and it sounded incredible. 5 cylinders are awesome.
I like inline 6. It's just giant.
Yeah. I wouldn't. There should be some flavor of like naturally aspirated. Oh, I guess there is the BMW S54. Like a naturally aspirated straight 6, high revving.
So the BMW
Yeah,
S54,
yeah, that's 54.
which we have.
I
right over
answered
here.
that already, but something light. All right, that's iron.
That's not Iron Cow.
Then you're talking about just building those. The 2Js are iron.
You can get aluminum block 2JZs.
Yeah, just get a billet aluminum block 2J.
They're pretty. I think it's like 20 grand. Imagine throwing a rod through that. Like shit. Another one.
VR6. I thought about a VR6 swap in a Miata because it's basically like one cylinder head.
You know, that's like one engine. Like I used to want a VR6 because they sounded cool, and I liked Volkswagens when I was a teenager.
The R32, like the sound of that thing.
But I don't know anything about those engines. Isn't the cylinder like kind of staggered?
It's like a very it's crazy. Like it's one cylinder head, and all the cylinders are super close together. It's like a very like low angle V configuration. It's pretty cool.
I remember my buddy had a boxy Jetta with VR6.
So yeah, those are cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
It was green too.
Oh, awesome.
I was like, damn. So you got green Jetta, sick.
I would do a Golf. I like Golfs.
I wanted a Golf.
Yeah. I want like a Mark 7 GTI with a manual and those plaid seats.
Oh yeah.
I think those are awesome. But Dubs is online. Hey, that's the NC Power Tractable hardtop that I drove.
Matt Dubs?
Matt Dubs is on.
Matt Dubs is now a customer at GQ Armory.
Yeah, that's right. He said he came over. He was texting me that day. He's like, I'm at the garage right now. I can't believe it. Oh, he played hockey tonight. He's my buddy who I played hockey with.
How come you didn't invite me to play hockey?
Do you want to play hockey?
I kind of do.
Yeah. Play hockey. I love hockey. So I'm growing my mullet back out.
I was thinking about buying another pair of skates.
You should.
I'll pick up skates and a stick. I gotta go practice because I'm not it's been a little while.
Yeah. Damn right. GQ customer for life.
Oh,
Nick has a Mark 7. Crazy with a tune. Highly recommend. Yeah, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mark 7s are awesome. I recommend VQ and NC platform would be absolutely amazing. Goosebump inducing. Hair raising awesome. It would be an absolute fizz. I like that guy. I like the way he talks.
What's he talking about? The VQ and an NC?
Yeah.
Well, like what else is like an exciting, like lightweight, high revving naturally aspirated engine? Because like my brain is like drawing a blank right now.
I mean, you got to go to like specialty shops like Cosworth and stuff like that. Something that was mass produced too.
What's the thing? It's like it can't be too exotic and too rare. It's got to be something that's like available, but like is like special at the same time. Like the F Series is a special engine, and it would be great in like a 2,000-pound car. But like if we're talking 1,000 pounds more, we need something bigger displacement, but special.
VR6, M3 with a Nissan R35, M3 with a Nissan. That's like we don't know. I don't know. I'm not very good with wiring. I don't think I'd want to wire.
What's he saying? An E30?
An M3 with a Nissan R35 engine.
Oh, the VQ?
Terminator.
Twin turbo V6.
I'm just a fan of the Blackhawks, but they've been getting shat on. I don't follow I only follow Formula One. That's the only sport I follow. Tell Quinn to watch Formula One. Terminator was talking about the Blackhawks.
I used to watch Formula One.
You should watch Formula One. It's fun.
I don't have time. I don't even have cable. I haven't cable in 12 years.
Let me sign into the ESPN Plus app for you, and then you can watch it at your leisure.
I don't have leisure. You don't even understand. I don't even watch YouTube videos anymore.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Going back to engines. VQ. There's another guy I highly recommend if you're on Instagram. Check out. It's like, how is that street legal? He builds these like he takes the Nissan VQ engine, mounts it, and he has a space frame and mounts it in the back, and he builds the like these crazy carbon fiber bodies to look like 60s Formula One Ferraris. It's just so freaking cool watching that guy do work. S65 and VRZ, yeah, hell yeah.
I want an S65 in the RX-8. That'd be kind of cool.
E36 or E92 with a Cobra engine, like a mod with the 03 Cobra Terminator engine. Those are cool. No, I'm late. Is there an NC purchase happening? New project? Yeah. BQ Factory 5 Roadster just to piss everybody off.
Oh my god.
Hell, we should do something like that.
There was people that were putting those Ford V6s in the Factory 5s.
Yeah, the Mustang. It's all Mustang. It's basically like an Exocet, except it's a Cobra and it's based off a Mustang instead of Exocet on Miata. We should do something that would piss the internet off.
Why do you want to start trouble?
Like how Rob Dahm put a rotary in the Corvette.
There's already enough pissed off people out there.
Just because it's great. So let's take let's find an old muscle car and put some kind of. Although no, that's been done.
Well, he did the I thought it was funny when he did the 13B in the C5.
Yeah,
that
was
awesome.
Funny. And TJ Hunt put an RB in a old Mustang, like
that's like
Tokyo
off Tokyo
Drift.
Yeah. Though. We should do a B16B in something. And do 11.
Make something front wheel drive that's supposed to be rear wheel drive.
It doesn't matter, like whatever. Like just do reverse rotation if it's going to be rear wheel drive.
Yes.
But like 9,500 RPM, like B16B, and like something that like should not belong into.
Something American.
Yes. Like maybe a Mustang. Maybe a Mustang needs a reverse rotation rear wheel drive B16B.
I had the idea of doing like an SN95 Mustang with a 2J.
That's
too drifting.
That's too predictable.
And I don't want to buy a 2J.
Maybe we should do a lightweight Fox body Mustang with a B16B reverse rotation.
Roadkill did a turbo 2J and a Charger. That was fun. Yeah, a 65 and an RX-8.
And that would definitely need ITBs for extra like
Corvair
nosebleed.
Honda B18 with the Integra GSR engine, whatever you do with the LSD, but then you mount it in the back like of a Corvair. Well, it wouldn't have any torque to move that thing. I don't know. Something that would break the internet. I like what that R34 we had here. Tony's. That was cool. He did a 2J or 1J in his R34. I thought that was a cool car. Just something different. Just because. But see, it's got to be old. It's got to be an old chassis. It's got to be an old engine, so the wiring is easy. Or else, so pretty much rule out anything German, too, if you want to not worry about wiring.
Maybe Project Exocet needs a B16B with ITBs. Reverse rotation for rear wheel drive.
What about the old Yamaha V6 that was originally in the Ford Taurus SHO? That was a great engine. It was built by Yamaha. That revved.
Did it?
I think it revved to like 7,500 if I'm not mistaken.
It's not high enough. You need 9,000.
Yeah. See what I have to deal with every day.
I just shoot down all the ideas here. It's gotta be super special.
I just think if we want to do something stupid and just drift it around, a turbo K series in my E36 wagon, 46 wagon. Transmission bolts up. All you have to do is make motor mounts and then worry about wiring.
If you want to put the work in, I support you. I'll even help you here and there. But as long as you're taking the lead on this project.
Yeah, now we're getting crazy. Corvette with a new Godzilla. Wait, what? 7.3 makes 800 horsepower stock. I don't know. You want to start reading these?
It's almost bedtime.
Yeah, I know it's bedtime.
Queen's got to work.
I don't have to work tomorrow.
Godzilla 7.3. What's a Godzilla?
Oh, 7.3 sounds like a diesel. Power stroke.
When's new Exocet vids dropping? Want to see it move finally? We gotta get it tuned.
If I brought the key tonight, I would have moved it around for you on camera.
We do have some like work that we could have did to it, you know?
Yeah, I just forgot the key.
Older Mustang with GT350 engine. Maybe we should put a GT3. Can we get a GT350 engine and put it in the RX-8?
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
You got an extra $20,000.
Is that how much those things are?
I would assume. I'm just assuming.
Good night, buddy. Everybody's saying good night. I think it's time to go to bed.
Yeah, it's time.
Guys, thank you so much.
Yeah,
it's really nice
fun.
Catching up with everybody.
Yeah,
and
we gotta do something.
Congratulations to all of our winners tonight.
Mm-hmm.
We will send you guys emails this week, or if you see this, just make it easier for us and send us an email. Slippingmedia@gmail.com.
I have the emails. They're on the list.
Matchew's got it.
Yeah.
and we'll get your contact info. And we'll get your prizes shipped out. All right, everybody.
All right.
Good night.
You gonna do the done?
No, I just said good night.
Done.
How do you end this? End stream. Oh, are you sure?
Oh, you didn't end it.
I didn't.
Still.